Good morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner. I'm Ollie O'Donnell and I'm joined by Paul Rankin. Paul, how are you this morning?
I'm well, thank you. Very well. Yeah, a little bit foggy here, warm weather fog today.
Yeah, you ready for 28 degrees plus this week?
Yeah, what happened to August, huh? It's here we have it in September now with finally getting some summer weather.
Well, from red hot weather straight into red hot mining news. What is out this morning, Paul?
Oh, first off, we got Altin Altin PLC, which is the Kazakh gold underground gold producer, listed or quoted on AIM. They've got very nice looking half year production and statement results here. Almost like night and day, I'd have to say. What a difference the new reliable equipment they bought several months ago is making to the productivity of the mine here. Uh, its turnover for the half year improved by more than 100%, with revenues at 23 million US versus an 11.5 million year on year. They achieved an average gold price of $1,832 US per ounce versus just under 1,700 per ounce. Net profit went into over 9 million US versus a loss of more than a million last year. Cash cost came down by $200 an ounce to US 766 an ounce, and they cut their outstanding debt they took on as part of this equipment finance by more than half. So it just looking really positive here for them.
Yeah, well, it's certainly a strong period. It's a shame that it's happened after such sort of turmoil in their share price and disappointment in terms of timing in getting this up and running, because it's always looked like an asset with potential. So it's good to see that finally being realised.
Yes, that's right. And it has been something which has been rather obvious too for a number of years, that this is the kind of change that was needed at the operational level, was just to be operating criteria financed properly. And now that they can see the results of this, I hope they've learned their lesson and will continue to do so.
Exactly. Right. I think there's also earnings out from Sylvania Platinum.
Yes, Sylvania Platinum with its full year results. Their South Africa tailings retreatment firm. These numbers coming back with a revenue increase of 79% to 206 million year on year, all based on much better PGM prices year on year. PGM production was just slightly higher at just over 70,000 PGM ounces. The board declared a cash final dividend of 4p per share, which means a 150% increase in dividends year on year. But they did admit that they have lower feed grades and lower recovery rates as a result per ton and per ounce, with cash costs rising from about $130 an ounce to US $755 an ounce, and all-in sustaining costs are up almost $250 an ounce to $907 an ounce. They have also announced that post period end, they have temporarily suspended operations at the Lesedi plant as a precautionary safety measure due to excess water levels in their tailings dam. So they don't want to cause an incident here as a result of that, and therefore being precautionary. So I would say, just in commentary, it's not quite as good as what we saw from Jubilee Metals released last week, but it isn't bad either. But I guess the bottom line is that we can see what the challenges will be for Sylvania Platinum in the next year and a half or so, whereas there still would be any unknowns for Jubilee Metals, because their statement was pretty much all positive.
Yeah, although I mean, Sylvania's now got a track record of, what is it, sort of 5 years of impressive operational performance. So they're in the position of having to keep up a strong track record, whereas Jubilees is really only a new story with a year of impressive performance under its belt.
Yes, so it's a question of, but they are very comparable companies in their business models, and as peers, then they are pretty good measure then of what you can expect going on in the South African PGM industry, particularly on the retreatment side of things.
Great. Okay. Well, some drilling results, Paul. We can't just talk about accountancy one morning.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We had some very, very nice drilling results released by Shanta Gold. That's the Tanzania gold producer, which is AIM listed. Just a representative one from 11 holes that they're drilling on their West Kenya gold project here, primarily infill and extension drilling. But almost 4 meters at nearly 2 ounces per ton gold, or 63.8 grams. So they will be declaring a resource update on approximately 10% of the total inferred resource of current 1.2 million ounces here yet in September. And so far for this year's drilling program, they've not quite completed about 50% of the drilling for reported results to this point in time. So seem to be relatively on schedule here, despite any kind of logistical issues around COVID. But these kind of drilling results, there's definitely going to be some nice eventual outcomes on West Kenya, I think.
Excellent. Okay, Paul, thanks. We'll call it a day there. Speak to you again soon.
Thanks.